Hey, Dave Spalding, Handgun Combatives. Darren and I are on the range putting some rounds on target. We thought we would take a moment and try to address one of the most frequent questions that I get not only in my classes, but also on my social media. And though it takes different forms, it's basically, how fast should I be able to shoot? Well, my nutshell answer to that question is you should never try to outrun your front sight. So that means it's going to be kind of an individual thing, how skilled you are, practice, caliber of your weapon, all those kind of things. But what I like to do time-wise is I like to get people on target at conversational distances in the blink of a human eye. How fast is that? About 0.32 seconds. Now, that's not fast enough that you'll probably win your local USPSA match, but let's put it into combative perspective. That would be 3 rounds in someone's chest in a second. 0.33, 33, 33. 3 rounds in the chest, 1 second. That is a winnable fight, or a winnable time in a gunfight, I should say. Now, I call it the 2-second drill, and I use it in a number of my classes. Let's come down here and take a look at the target. Now, in my classes, I use a chest cavity target that's basically a 6x10 rectangle. If you go on my website, you can print it off there. It's got the human organs in there, the heart, the spinal column and stuff. We thought for purposes of this video, we would dispense with that so you could see the holes better. But basically, 6x10 box, right below the head. 4 rounds, 2 seconds. So what are we talking about? From the ready position of your choice, and there's a number of ready positions, that's up to you. But from the one you like, the first round in 1 second or less. And then 33, 33, 33 for a total of 4 rounds, 2 seconds. Let's take a look at that. Go back here to 20 feet, 7 yards. Either one of them will work. Check the gun, see what we got. Fire up the pack timer here. Now you should do this cold. If you can walk up here and do this cold, then we've got something. But that would depend naturally on your practice session. So let's take a look at what that looks like. Okay, nice controlled group. As you can see, they're about the size of my fist. Didn't try to do anything real fancy or fast, but we ended up with a 172. Now, first shot 98, so I made my 1 second standard. 25, 26, 23, so nice consistent cadence. Every one of those was a sighted shot. Front sight from the ready position, boom, boom, boom. All of them a sighted shot. Nice group. As you can see though, I've got a lot of space left on this to meet that standard. So at this time, I'm going to go back here and I'm going to try to push myself a little bit, because if you don't push yourself, you don't get better. However, say you stepped up here cold and you were already at the outer limits, then maybe you'd want to put a little practice in. But let's go back, push it a little bit. Try to run this gun a little bit, see if we can go a little faster. Whoop, did you see that? Lost one high in the head. Let's go up, take a look. Rounds are right there in that same general area, but I lost that. And you know what? I felt it. I felt my hand open. I felt my finger come off the trigger and then slam back in a little faster that time. See, we got the 89, so I was under my second. 22, 18, that was the one right there. 23, so I kind of pushed myself a little bit. But you know what? Don't get worked up about that. You have a single miss, that could be happenstance. My concern would be is it looked like a shotgun had gone off. 1 round, don't get worked up about it. Let's go back and do it again. Now, let's try to push this, keep them all in there, get a good time. There we go. Now I spread them out a little bit. My first shot from the ready position, trying to get a fast time. But you can they spread out a little bit more, trying to push that. I didn't get much faster time. It was about 150. Didn't even get much faster to the first one, which gives you an idea that sometimes smooth is being in control. So 88, 20, 20, 22. So just a little faster splits. Once again, this wouldn't discourage me because it's just a little bit out, still nice and consistent. Now, how can you push this? Yeah, you could come from the holster, you could come from a conceal holster, but remember the point of the exercise is the gun returning where it started? And when you're putting rounds in here like this, that means the gun's coming back, so I've got good recoil control. If I suddenly started having rounds all over every place where I was bouncing all over everywhere, then I'd need to reel it back in, go back to those essential foundational skills, working the trigger, grip, body position. Keep in mind that I don't view this as three different skills. I view the grip on the pistol, the inward pressure, the trigger control, and the upper body bringing the gun back in as one system, one component. So you got to have all three of those in one package to get good fast recoil control, and the 2-second drill will help you with that. Dave Spalding, Handgun Combatives, like always, thanks for checking in.